Welcome to the G2 RWBY Reacts, where we've just finished watching Season 1 of RWBY.
Yep.
And we're going to talk about it, a little recap here. What did everybody think?
I liked it a lot.
Really liked it.
Yeah.
It was really good.
I liked it a lot more than I thought I was going to like it, Shane.
I told you, but do you ever believe me? No.
Not usually.
I'm usually wrong. So.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you needed this. You needed this win. So
My taste is questionable at best. So.
Well, this redeemed you here. This was a good episode or a good series. I can't wait to see more.
Yeah.
I mean, who's favorite character so far? You guys?
I kind of like Blake.
Blake?
You know, she's very mysterious, and then we figure out her story throughout.
Yeah, a little bit about
she
that.
She has a really touching story, and she's kind of above it all, you know?
Yeah.
Very aloof.
Aloof, yeah.
Much like a cat.
Yeah.
That is fun.
That's true,
yeah. Often nonplussed, I think, is the words.
Yeah.
Well, we all know mine's Nora. Nora! Were you able to pick one yet, Doug, or do you need a little...
No, I like RWBY. I'm a RWBY. I mean, I like them all.
Right, yeah.
I even like Weiss a lot more after the second watch through.
Yeah.
Because she grows more than any of the others.
She does.
Yes.
She
She actually changes when all the others are pretty much exactly the same. You know, RWBY has the little bit of the talk with Oz where she's all, you know, you've got to do this for other people now. It's not all about you. And she kind of steps up at that point. But Weiss grows a lot more than anybody else in the group, in my opinion.
Yeah.
At least that we've seen so far.
Yeah, and I think I mentioned that while we were doing it. She's the most capable character that I know of for self-introspection and self-evaluation. You know, she's apart from the talk from Professor Port, most of her changes come from her own decisions, as far as self-analyzation. All right, so we'll see more of that as we go on. But yeah,
we know you've seen more of the series, but think back to where the first season. Yeah. Back then, what were your first impressions? The first character you came out on?
Probably RWBY.
RWBY.
Yeah, because that's
her story. The first season pretty much is her.
Yeah. Well, she's the focus and. She gets the most. She does get the most screen time. Maybe John gets more just because of those 4 episodes in the middle of the volume. But she was probably my favorite just because she's the kid in all of us, right?
Yeah.
She's that little kid who's like, I want to be a good guy. I want to be a superhero.
As a girl, I wanted to be just like those heroes in the books, as someone who fought for what was right and who protected people who couldn't protect themselves.
She's able to be a superhero. I'm just fat and old now. So.
Well, I would say after this first season, I think John is my favorite.
The name's Jean Arc. Short, sweet, rolls off the tongue. Ladies love it.
Just because he's not like everyone else is like a badass, right? Everyone else kicks butt. John is, normal guy, kind of out of his element there.
Yeah.
Obviously, I want to just, more about his story. Why is this guy with no powers there? Could barely use.
Well, he apparently has a lot under the surface. He just hasn't figured out how to get to him.
Exactly. So there's a story that I want to see. But I think, like you said, Nora, we only see a little bit of her, right?
Yeah.
But you're not going to hold
hilarious.
She's hilarious. I have a feeling she will outpace John for my favorite eventually if they show more of her.
Yeah.
Don't tell me, but in future seasons, if there's more Nora, I have a feeling she might come out on top as my favorite.
Well, how about weapons? Who's got your favorite weapon?
RWBY.
Really?
I don't know. The weapons were so cool. What I liked about it was they were so creative.
Yeah.
They had dual natures.
It's also a gun.
To each other, and then they learned at the end how to use them together.
Right.
Yeah.
And like when they did that slingshot thing where they're doing that. So I don't know. Each of them were really cool. Ruby's is really cool.
My favorite weapon is Sun's weapon, the monkey boy at the end of the season. Because he's got gunchucks.
Oh yeah, that was.
And they're totally pirate pistols too.
They are, yeah.
So that looked really cool. Yeah.
It's the bow staff's one of my favorite martial art weapons visually, anyway. But then it turns into gunchucks, and I'm like, well, yeah, okay.
Gunchucks, that's where it's at.
Yeah.
I don't know. What about you, Doug? What was your favorite?
No, that was cool, but yeah, I said Ruby's was probably my favorite, but I forgot about the gunchucks until. Yeah. I think the edge goes to Ruby. But I really do like the gunchucks a lot too. The staff that's gunchucks.
Well, I'll tell you what I like. I like little aspects of each one of them. I like the fact that Ruby uses the recoil on her giant cannon to in combat. She uses it to throw herself. I like the way Yang reloads. Yeah. When it throws the belts up. The shotgun shells and then they wrap around.
Sure.
But I think my favorite weapon. I mean, you can't beat the giant hammer.
Yeah,
I mean, it's for me anyway.
Hammer.
Yeah, hammer/grenade launcher.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like,
and
with the hearts on the grenades.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of the weapons have names. I think Monty's plan was to give them all names before he died, but Nora's weapon's name is Magnhilder or something like that. It's very Norse sounding.
Right. It's not quite Mjolnir, but
it's Magnhilder or something.
Magnhilder. Yeah. That's...
as far as the recoil thing, a lot of them do it. Like Ruby and Yang both do it. If you watch carefully Yang's sequences, she will use her gauntlets to propel herself. Especially when they launch off the cliff, you can see her do it a couple times.
Right. Yeah, that's like her.
But when she's fighting, it's very subtle when she does it because she fights so fast.
Yeah.
You can see when she's fighting the bear, she uses the recoil off one gauntlet to kick the other bear. And you're just like, the using recoil is a very big part of the thing. It's like that's cool. A concept nobody else ever thought of. So you're like, that's awesome.
Yeah, because you always see them people with the guns, especially in anime, they're just firing them, guns one-handed. Guns that you're like, wow, that would break your wrist if you fired that one-handed. But
Yeah, well, they're superheroes. So
yeah.
Okay, so there were some cool weapons. We all agree. And we all have a favorite character. What was our? I don't want to say least favorite character because
I was going to ask.
They're all.
Yeah, I mean, you could say least favorite, even if you like everybody.
Yeah.
Somebody falls to the bottom.
Somebody falls to the bottom.
Well, I can probably say who everybody's least favorite character is right now.
We can't. Don't count Carden because Carden's an antagonist.
He's not a protagonist.
But he is a character.
Yeah, well,
true. But of the students, let's go of the students. Who? All right, who do you?
And you can even keep it to include. Do we get the Monkey Boy's? I mean, he doesn't
say his name in the first.
He's not a student.
I think he's a student in the other school because they were saying that Weiss was checking out the competition. And
he's from Vacuo, and I forget the name of their school, but that's a lot of the more kids will come in.
Add him and Penny to the mix. So 10 characters.
The one that follows around. Okay,
So you got the two main teams, 4 and 4, and then those two added in. Who's your least favorite character of all of those?
Well, I have to admit that at the beginning I did not like Jean because I found him why are you so weak? He was kind of why are you so weak? Why is he there?
Yeah.
Why are you there?
Why are you? Is he just a buffoon just because they thought they needed a buffoon? What's the deal?
Yeah, I felt really what? But he had the most growth for me about me not liking and liking the character because at the end I was really rooting for him and I want him to be able to have more confidence and getting in touch with his aura more. So but after that I'm not really because they all I like them all.
They're all compelling characters. Yeah, I would have to say that my least favorite in that I'm least interested in her story because she essentially has not changed at all is Yang.
Yeah.
Yang just seems like she's just there to be the big sister at this point. I'm hoping she gets a cool story, but right now she's the only one that didn't change at all.
Yeah.
Through the whole thing, she stayed exactly the same, in my opinion.
Well, ironically, I think my least favorite character out of the group that we have so far is Sun.
Who?
That's
Sun.
the monkey.
I mean, you get a few things on, but right now he's just he was in this volume. He's the least compelling. He's just some guy who shows up, has really cool nunchucks, right?
Yeah.
Blake's kind of attracted to him, but he didn't.
But he at least offers intrigue.
Yeah.
What's going to come?
I'm more interested.
But at this point, he's
and gunchucks, like you said.
He's my least favorite. At this point in the series, he would be my least favorite, just because he's got the least for me to even. Yeah. He's got no hook at the moment.
So. Right.
We don't know a lot.
He offers a little bit of intrigue, but just a little bit, and he came in real late. So
that's true. Okay. Yeah, you didn't get a lot of him.
Well, far be it for me to agree with Doug, but
He agrees with me a lot.
I gotta say, Yang, and I know she's gonna grow. We're gonna get, see more. But what we have now, like, I didn't like Weiss at first, right? But then, like you said, she grew as a character throughout the first
I think
season.
you're not supposed to like her.
You're not supposed to like her.
She's the mean girl or something like that.
Yeah. Well, Yang, you're right. She doesn't have a lot. And what we've seen, I think I was kind of tainted by the trailer, right? And the trailer where she goes in, flirts with some guy who owns a club, and then wrecks the place. You know what I mean?
Because he didn't know where somebody was.
I don't know, because she didn't know he didn't know where someone she's looking for was. Right? She just wrecks the place. And I'm like, all right, now I'm sure there's backstory. I'm sure that guy's a bad guy, right? Yeah. But I don't know. There's nothing to say that in the trailer, right? Yeah. And there's no callback to it in the first season anyway, at least, right? So basically,
however, that made her seem way more interesting than she was throughout season 1.
Sadly enough, that was the most interesting bit. Like, okay, obviously she's looking for somebody, and
she's willing to kick a lot of asses.
She's willing to destroy a lot of stuff, to beat up a lot of people to do it.
Yeah.
So I mean, that was kind of like, okay, without the backstory to that kind of looks kind of bad. And like you said, she didn't have as much growth as the other characters. Yeah. So, and I don't think there's not that, like I said, not that I don't like her. Right?
I like all the characters.
I like all the characters too.
Even Carden had his place in the plot.
Right.
So.
Yeah, he needed to be there.
But
he was there for us to hate him.
Waiting for more growth from her. They're going to see. I'm sure they'll flesh that out in later seasons. So I'm looking forward to that. But
I remember,
right now, Yang, I'll give you.
Yeah, and I remember way back when I first saw the trailers before there was even a volume out. Like, I had seen the trailers and then forgot about the series and came back to it, but. I remember seeing her looking for, like, who is this? And the picture looks just like Blake.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, that's awesome. She's looking for this other chick that I just saw this trailer for who robbed this train. So, that was that. It turned out be completely different.
You don't spoil it for us if they can tell us.
Well, I mean, from the first volume, that's not. Well,
that's true, yeah.
So... Yeah, it just turned out to be a completely different concept than what I had thought at the beginning.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Like, here's a bounty hunter looking for this chick to rob the train, and no, they're just girls going to school.
Friends. Yeah,
they're just girls going to high school.
Yeah, so I mean, like I said, there's no bad characters, but like I said, we're looking for. I mean, they're intriguing enough. That's how good the first season was. You wanted to learn more about it. And speaking to that, what is the thing you're looking forward to the most? What questions are you looking forward to being answered, or whose growth are you looking forward to? What are you looking forward to?
Well, there was actually a lot of unanswered questions for me.
Yeah.
Just like when I was going through, and just like I was making notes and stuff, was when there was the welcome ceremony when they were at Beacon, and then after the ceremony, I think it was Yang that said, Professor Ozpin, he didn't seem quite there. He seemed like he was whatever. So I'm thinking, oh, what's up with that?
Yeah.
The other thing is at the end of the very last episode where Penny gets into the car and it's his car, and I'm like, oh, because he was like, why are you doing that? You're not supposed to be out. And I'm like, why are they? I think that was his car, because she got in the car and then you see him. I didn't catch it at first, but then I don't know.
I did not see that.
Yeah.
I didn't catch that either.
Right, at the very end of the last episode where Penny gets into this car, and then he says something. There's a voice that says something like, "Why are you out? You're not ready to be out yet."
You should know better than to go running around in a strange city.
Or something like that. And then he comes up. You see Professor Ozpin's him. So at first I didn't catch it, and then when I saw it again, and I was like, oh wait. So I'm kind of wondering about that,
Now I feel dumb. I didn't catch that either. Yeah. Even the second time through.
I think she's an android.
I think or a creation, some kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He has a. You have a thing about.
Oh yeah. Well, this is one I saw from thumbnails or something that she's actually supposed to be Pinocchio. And you get an image of that with her. She's got the knives that she can fire out as anchors. So you've got her anchored to whatever the ship is flying, so it looks like marionette strings.
Oh man, was that kind of a spoiler we got? But don't say anything. But still, it's.
Yeah, we're just gonna wonder.
Penny,
Pinocchio.
You've got the Penny, Pinocchio.
Yeah, okay,
I think that's what they're going for there.
I don't know if it'll give you any clue, but her last name is Polandina. So
okay, here we go. All right. All right. So what about you, Doug? What are you looking forward to?
I want to see more, develop the backstory of the Nora and who's the other guy? The guy with the
Lyren.
Yeah.
Lyren. Yeah, I want to see how they develop because they have an intriguing back and forth with them, and I like his fighting style is really cool to me.
Yeah.
So I want to see they've obviously been together for a really long time. So I want to see how that plays out and what we get background wise. And the other thing again with Professor Ozpin. Okay. Is that email message just saying Queen has a pawn, and he's like, oh, and I was like, and it had a picture I think of Blake, or I can't remember whose picture was on it, but it's Queen has a pawn, and he's like, oh. So he's obvious, and it sounded ominous, like he's communicating back and forth with whoever the adversary is, and they're in this game, they're trying to up each other or something. I don't know.
Yeah, so I just have a question. When you guys did your second watch through, did you remember to watch the after credits scene at the end of this volume?
No.
Okay.
Well,
I don't
we
think
watched
so.
through it. Well, we went to the
We saw
Rooster
the-
Teeth thing, and we watched the whole. So we were able to see the credit, like the intro and the outro.
Yeah, we saw the intros and outros for each episodes.
Is that
so
what you're talking about?
Yeah.
But it's not a scene.
Yeah, there's an after credit scene at the end of every volume.
No, I don't think we got
At the
to
very
see
last
those.
episode of every volume.
Okay, no, we probably stopped it.
I don't think we got to see that.
Yeah, it's
Is it like set up the next season or something?
Well, there's always a little teaser of something. So the one at the end of volume 1 is Roman Torchwick going over his plans again, and then the chick from the plane in the very first episode of the volume comes back and starts talking to him.
Wait, did we see that? That sounds familiar.
Yeah, I showed it to you when we did
Oh,
that.
Okay, we didn't watch it.
Yeah,
Maybe I
yeah.
didn't pay attention to it. I don't think we watched it the second time.
No, we didn't watch
through.
it the second time.
All right.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to I just was wondering on that one.
So you already seen stuff, so we're not going to see what you're looking forward to. I can tell you what I'm looking forward to. As well, and again, kind of agreeing with Doug. Nora, I want to see. I mean, like I said before, I want to see more of her. Hopefully, she's in the series more, and more of her backstory. I know she's not one of the main four, but looking forward to that. And then I'm also intrigued by Blake's story. See where that goes. In fact, we're getting into the next section where we're talking about what surprised you the most. I was going to say the whole Blake being a cat person kind of. And it was weird because when I first saw the trailer in the beginning, I thought those were cat ears, right? I'm like, oh, she's got cat ears, right? But then no one mentioned it when the series started, so I'm like, oh, I guess it's a bow then. I guess I was wrong. All right, whatever. And then it turned out to be a bow hiding cat ears. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, and then I don't know why I didn't pick up on it when they started mentioning the faunas. Yeah.
That you're always arguing, what is wrong with you?
Yeah, exactly. And I'm
Well,
like,
that all happened in the same episode, so it was pretty quick progression.
Yeah, it was pretty quick. I'm watching. I'm like, it didn't, because I already put the cat ears out of my head, right? From the trailers, I'm like, oh, she's got cat ears, and then first start off, and then when no one mentions it, I'm like, okay, I guess it's it's a bow. So I just put it out of my head, and then when the fondness episode, I'm like, okay, the reveal. I'm like, right before she took it off, I'm like, oh, they are cat ears. But I mean, that was, for me, that was kind of like the big, when we knew from the trailer she had some kind of, darker background with, robbing a train, whatever she's doing. So, I don't know. So I'm intrigued about that, and that was kind of like a big surprise for me. What was it? What surprised you guys?
Oh, what did I not see coming? Come back to me. I'm going to think about this for a minute.
All right.
I'm trying to. I don't know if this is really that strong, but one of the things I thought was kind of cool that was like, oh, that's kind of neat, is that Piera unlocks Jean's aura. Which I thought was really intriguing. That's you have to unlock it. And then one of the things I was wondering, this is something I'm looking forward to also, is does that make you more bonded to that person? If you lock on a person's aura, does that bond you?
Yeah.
Because she seems like either it's like a romantic thing, or it's one of those things where it's like if you save someone, then you're responsible for them forever type of thing.
Right.
They're locked at some point. So I thought that was a really intriguing way to do it. And it seemed like from what everyone was saying that he has more in that than anyone else.
Yeah.
Which is kind of cool because his weapon, one of his weapons, is a shield. So and an aura is a shield. So I just thought that was kind of cool.
Yeah, I guess the only thing I can think of that was, aside from Blake's, reveal, the only thing that was kind of surprising to me was with John in the scene where he's fighting the Ursa because everybody else has run away and it's beating up Carden. Is right before that fight, Carden hits him, but his aura flashes. And Carden falls down, and then the Ursa shows up, I think, right then or something like that.
Yeah.
But then he's back to sucking, and the Ursa's just whooping his butt. And he even has to have Pyrrha help him, move his shield because he's not very good at fighting. Yeah. But he still manages to cut the Ursa's head off, which is a pretty impressive.
That is pretty impressive
feat.
Yeah. Well, and I'm not giving anything away, but the thing that surprised me on rewatches is the fact that when you rewatch it, he's had no real training. None.
Right.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Like, these kids have gone to school for, assume, 12 years or so. They've gone through primary combat school, whatever that means. And he hasn't. So maybe he was in his backyard playing with a stick, beating up on a mannequin or something. But the fact, like, when you go through episode 8, where they actually get in their first real major fight, he actually kind of holds his own there, but without training. Like, he's got some natural aptitude. And, when you know that he hasn't had training, and you go back and watch that fight with the scorpion, like, oh, wow, John actually does have a little bit of talent here. He just doesn't know how to apply it yet. Yeah. So that surprised me. Just on the rewatches, I'm like, oh, yeah, look at that guy kick some ass.
Yeah. I'm excited to see more about him. So
to kind of see what he does with Pyrrha helping him, because she's really good at fighting.
Yeah.
And how is she going? Because she's
the best fighter and then the worst.
Yeah.
She's the smartest. They said.
Yep.
Well, she's the best fighter.
The celebrity fighter.
Weiss thinks she's the smartest student, but I'm not. Pyrrha's pretty insightful and stuff, so I'm not.
She has a really big vocabulary.
Yeah,
we'll see. We'll see how that plays out. All right, so what was your favorite scene? We'll wrap it up here. I know we've got we really like the show, but let's go through. All right, your favorite scene or fight or what was it for you guys?
I think it's the one with when they're the end of the Emerald Forest when they come together as teams. Mm-hmm. And it's the natural team, the teams that end up forming.
Yeah.
Is against each monster, and just somehow figure out how adapt to each other's fighting styles. Oh, you can do this and you can do this, so let's do this kind of thing. You're like, dang, that's impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah, and on that note, I've watched this show way too many times. I'm a dork. I can't help it. But
not that you people are dorks watching this show.
Yeah, I'm a dork.
Just him.
You might be a dork. Who knows? We could dork together. But you can actually notice Ruby take in everybody's abilities and go, cover me, I have a plan. She looks at Blake, she looks at Weiss, she looks at Yang, and she goes, okay, I know what I'm doing.
I have a plan.
Let's do this. And John, they don't have that exact same moment, but you can see him as he assesses the situation and knows exactly what to do, and the rest of the team know enough to follow his lead. Which is, I know a lot of people are surprised when they're like, John's the leader? Why is John the leader? He can't do anything. Well, if you go back and through, he gives instructions, and that results in the victory. Otherwise, before they were all just flailing.
Right.
Until the respective leaders actually take control. And and Weiss even has that moment when you watch when they announce the teams and the leaders. She goes, Ruby. But she hadn't reflected back yet and realized that who was the person who came with the plan? Oh yeah, it was Ruby.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. Me?
Sure. Yeah. We'll end on the list.
All right, we'll see. All right. Well, I don't know. I gotta. And it's not great. I mean, I like all the action. The action's awesome. Like the big bird fight at the end is awesome. But I think for me, just because I like the character so much, and I like the personal moment, is when John finally stands up to Carden.
I don't care what you do to me, but you are not messing with my team.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? When you want him to do it. The entire. Yeah. He's not like, oh, this jerk. Stand up to him. So it wasn't a big moment, but it was a character moment that for me was really good. I mean, resonated with me, I guess.
Well, and you get that sense that moment of confidence and whatever is what resulted in Carden's like, okay, boom, and then the flash of light. And you're like, oh, sweet, maybe that's how he figures out how to use his power.
Yep,
because he's got to believe in himself.
It's a huge character growth moment, so that's why I like it.
How about you, Jen?
I think for me, it's not necessarily a moment, but I really appreciate like the snappy dialogue that they have, especially with Ruby, because she has this sort of cadence where she's like da 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 da.
Yeah,
it's also a gun.
But what if I'm a failure at being a leader?
Nope.
You're not the easiest person to talk to about this kind of stuff.
Nope.
It is very well written. I will say for an anime, normally they're dialogues where they fall down a little bit sometimes, but this was really good.
Yeah, and delivered well.
It's not
even like what is said. It's like the cadence, and it has this comedic, and then they even stop. It's like a beat, and then they do the the one-liners. So.
And that's a testament because like the voice actors, there's only a couple professional voice actors in the entire cast.
Really?
There's a few from Red vs. Blue, so I guess they're professional now.
Yeah,
they've been doing enough.
But
15 seasons.
The voice actress for Weiss was their receptionist.
Oh
wow!
And Monty's like, I wrote this character. You actually have a few of her mannerisms. Like he didn't come out and say, well, you can be a bitch. But he's like, I had you in mind when I wrote this character. Would you like to do it? And she did it, and now we have Weiss.
Nice.
That's awesome.
So yeah, I think it's all about the directing and what training and stuff. But yeah, they gel really well.
All right, so yeah, overall, this was an amazing first season. We're excited for the next one.
Melissa came up with an idea.
Okay.
So let's. We want to go through comments that our viewers put out.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, we have to.
And each of us talk about our favorite comment that one of the viewers put, so that we can.
Because you guys have been amazing. The reaction so far from our reaction, your reaction to our reaction has been great, and we've got a lot of great comments. So we had to pick our favorite.
Yeah. So I think we're each going to read off one, and I guess say why we thought it was good. And it was your idea, Melissa, so you go first.
Okay. Yep. So my favorite comment comes from Book Lover, and this was on the trailers. And it was a really, really good comment. There's a lot here. Oops, oh no. Okay. And I'm just going to read from the middle here. It's like, also, yay! It's nice to see another female reacting to it. It's pretty rare, as you guys said. I'm a female that loves RWBY, but there's not very many female RWBY reactors. So I was going to say girl power. And actually, there's going to probably be a couple more female reactors maybe coming.
At least one more. Kirsten from our anime expert's going to be, she's only seen season 1, so she's going to watch season 2 with us.
Sweet, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, so that'll be a genuine new reaction.
Yeah.
And she has that background of doing
that,
so it'll be really neat. So thank you, Book Lover.
Yeah. Mike?
All right. My comment comes from, it's pretty simple. Christian Paredes, sorry. It says, I'm a simple man. I see RWBY, I sub. So,
Thank you. You started quite the trend. Because that was
the first one.
He was on the trailer one, right?
Yeah.
And one of the first ones.
He was one of the first commenters.
Yeah.
On that,
so awesome.
All right. So,
you or me, Doug?
Go ahead and you, because I apparently got to pull mine back up here.
Mine is from Carson Styles. It says, I'm watching this on my phone. I can watch RWBY on any screen. And I agree. You should watch our reactions on every screen you have, over and over.
I'm going to watch this on my phone. Appreciate that. That's good.
Yeah, watch it on your phone, watch it on your TV, watch it on your computer, watch it on your tablet, watch it on your friend's tablet. Have your friend watch it on all of his screens. Watch.
So, all right, and I'll finish it off. My comment actually comes from our 100 subs special video where we thanked everybody for subbing and getting our sub count up. And 98765 Zach states, you are very welcome, to us saying thank you. Just keep the RWBY stuff coming and nobody gets hurt. So
we don't want that.
We are a bunch of scaredy cats, so definitely more to come.
Yeah, I don't have health insurance, so we're watching.
We're watching.
So,
all right. Well, guys, that was it for our RWBY roundup for season 1.
Yeah, and then we're just
Volume 1, by the way.
Volume
We're gonna
1.
piss off the internet.
I'm sorry, Volume 1.
And though season 2, we're planning on doing more reaction,
Per episode?
but maybe I liked this format, so maybe we'll do that.
We'll
Still
definitely
do
this
it
at the end of every
Yeah.
volume.
Yeah. So well, you'll get more at the end of each episode of us discussing, and then hopefully this again at the end of volume 2.
A more in-depth discussion after a rewatch.
Yeah, that's what.
Yeah.
Yep.
And hopefully, if you comment, get some really good comments, we can pick more the next time.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
if you comment below, then you'll be reacting to us reacting to you reacting to us reacting to Ruby.
That's right. And you want to do that because that's
That's what you call a chain reaction.
a chain
Oh,
reaction.
or-
Oh, nice.
Oh,
We're such nerds.
Did not think of that one. That was good.
that is good.
Yeah.
That is good.
All right.
Well, guys, thank you for watching us. We appreciate it. We really do. Make sure that you like and subscribe to
Spread the word.
Yeah. We actually have started a Patreon.
Yes.
There should be a link to that down below as well if you want to help support this. But if not, we thank you for watching.
Yeah, and if you do support us at a certain level, you'll get to see these episodes earlier than everybody else.
Right.
Yeah.
And all the
They're all
episodes of
done
us
already.
messing up.
Yeah, and some
Yeah,
else.
all volume
There's a lot
1's
of that.
done and should be on Patreon shortly. So if you're seeing this on YouTube, you're way behind the curve, but
But that's all right.
All right.
that's
We
okay.
still love you, though.
We do.
Yep.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.